During the travel beta tax yesterday, some housemates had altercation, like Kulture, Sultana, and Mide. They had very, very strong altercation. First, it started with Sultana and Kulture. So what actually happened was that during the tax, I don't know how Mide was. I don't know whether, Mide, Kulture, Sultana, and who again, and Coin, they were in same group. So I don't know whether Mide doesn't really know how to read, because even me as a viewer, when I was watching that task, like I was so pissed. Like the way she was not really following. I won't just say is it that she doesn't know how to count, or she wasn't really following the number on that board, because on that board there is a number like from number 1 to 10 down, then from the next number 11, 12. That is, and when you want to count it, that is how you count it in alphabetical order, should I say numerical order. But hers, she doesn't really count it in numerical order, and that thing actually made Big Brother told them like a lot of time they had to restart and recount again. So Culture was pissed because Culture was the one throwing the dice. So Culture was pissed, and he lashed out at media, and he was like, Sabi count. So I think that didn't really go well with Mide. She actually bared it, because she didn't really react instantly. It was after the game that, it was even after the game when they went to the house that Mide started reacting. So when they were done, when they sat down, Culture was still making he was still throwing some words, though we didn't really actually get to hear what he was saying at that particular time, because Biggie had already called the next housemates, to come and do their tasks. But Sultana, who heard what she said, didn't really like it. So Sultana lashed out, and it was like, oh, don't ever do that again. Like, this is how you normally do in every team. You always backslide. If we win in a team, it is a general winning, and if we lose, we'll take it as a general losing. Don't be a sole loser. Like, when our team lose, you come and kind of look for someone to pass the blame on. Anybody could have made that mistake. So I don't really know, because even Dede and Joanna and Rude Boy, who were in the private room, what Mide did, it didn't actually go well with them, because Joanna and Rude Boy, though they didn't really say anything, they also lashed out. Were like, waiting, they worry, you keep quiet, Sabiri, see the way you just they count anyhow. Even me as a viewer, that was what I felt, because he would just count. Like, Big Brother had to restart them, like how many times they had to restart, because they would count. Like, she was just miscounting. I don't know if the fault was from her or from Culture, but I'm not sure it was from Culture, because Culture, his one was just to roll the dice, which he was doing very, very well. But I don't know, like, Media did not really follow the instruction or the instruction of the game. She didn't really cool down to hear the instruction very well, because her own was so disorganized. Like, their own team was so disorganized. So that was what happened after the game. After the game, when they entered the house, that was how Mide started, going off. She just went off at Culture. There was no kind of name she didn't call Culture ugly fool, this, that, this. She even told Culture, like, she even broke shame Culture, that like, if Culture want to travel abroad, whether na she now want use to travel, because we all know that the team that wins that travel better show, I think after the game, the Big Brother Naija, this thing, they were to travel out, sponsored by Travelbeta. So that was how Mide was just lashing out, and I'm very, very happy that with all the provocative statement that Mide was saying, when she was lashing out, when she was, venting, Culture did not even reply her. Like everything he wanted to say, it's like he already said it in the arena. So I actually like the fact that Culture kept her quiet. Women thing now, just vent your vent. So she was just venting, cursing Culture. She said a lot of things. She even, aside broke shaming Culture, she body shamed Culture, a lot of things. So I think it was Bright Morgan. Bright Morgan was just there to calm. Say him and Bright Morgan now, Okuma, I love as they be now. So Bright Morgan was just calming her. She was just going on and on. And for me as a viewer, I really felt like Culture. For me, I felt Culture has every right, to be angry, because what Mide was actually doing in that arena, it was very, very annoying. Me as a viewer, like, Sabi count other team, their own was just flowing, their own were just flowing, but her own, like she didn't get the instruction well from the beginning. It was very, very annoying. Like, their own team was so boring. Like, me, where they enjoy travel better, this thing in every season, it's always very, very interesting, but her own was just off. You can imagine Rob Boy and Joanna even in their private room, and they were also lashing when Mide was talking, was lashing at her and Culture. Rob Boy in the private room was like, you shut up, Sabi count, you do nonsense, you see the game how they talk. So aside that, let's just shift away from this Mide and Culture talk. We've already talked about that one. That was what transpired. For those that didn't watch, that was actually what transpired between the two of them. That was what caused the altercation. And as you can see, I put I always put what viewers, viewers reaction, what people said on the internet, what people had to say about it. This was what people were saying in internet. And what another thing that really didn't go well with people is that when she was having that altercation with Culture, Koyin wey no follow, Koyin that was innocent, she had a way, she just look for a way and then started Koyin in that her altercation with Robo, and she was saying Koyin sef wey no fit pick look for the passport, this that the she inserted Koyin. I thank God that Koyin did not even reply, because if Koyin had replied, maybe it would have turned to something else. Thank God Koyin did not reply. So that was how she vented for long. She go dey, she don throw sub again. It was very annoying, but I'm so happy that Culture didn't really reply, because if Culture had replied with the way I saw things last night, like if Culture had replied, things it would have gotten to another level, because Sultana was Sultana was behind Mide. But after what Sultana said in the arena, she didn't talk again. It was when they enter inside that Mide started her own. So aside this Culture and the Mide brouhaha, let's now talk about the that tax itself. I'm even surprised. See, for those that didn't follow, the first group that did the tax was the Imisi group. In the Imisi group, it was Imisi, Kola, who again, Bright Morgan, and then I've forgotten the next person in that group. Yeah, the four of them in that group, and they really did very, very well. They really did very, like Kola, that was because Kola was the one counting on that board, and he was swift. He was also swift, fast, 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 fast. The only problem he had with Imisi during their own time was that he said Imisi was all over the place, that Imisi could have just stayed one place and roll the thing. So and the rule Big Brother gave was that only two people, the group, in each group you're supposed to bring only two people that will come and play the game. One will be counting while the other one will be rolling the dice. That why the other team member sitting on the chair have no right, should not kind of help them count or say anything, help them in any way. So when them Imisi group finished, Big Brother now added 2 minutes to them, because according to Big Brother, he said that their group members were helping them. They were telling them what to do. So Big Brother added 2 minutes to their time. It was very, very surprising for me. Like the thing actually, I didn't really see how they helped to, except maybe it was just one person who spoke. That I didn't really feel that helping. So after what Big Brother did to them, now they all made their plan within them that they were not going to tell the next team that was coming, because it wasn't the whole team that was in the arena. Big Brother calls them team by team. Your teammates will come to the arena after you are done playing your game. Why the other team were inside the house? So when you are done playing your game, Big Brother will call the next team to come out and play. So that was how big it is. So they make plan that since they've already added 2 minutes to our time, we are not going to tell the other team, so that they will not learn from our own mistake. Everybody, they are playing that game to win. So they kept that into themselves. When the next team member came, they still made the same mistake. They still make the same mistake. They added I think 20 seconds. Yeah, they added 20 seconds to the Thelma's team, and the which other team again? They added 20 seconds. According to they said the Thelma's team that the team member also helped. And aside that, Imisi's team owner actually enjoyed that their Imisi's game. It was very, very swift. The coordination was there. Then the one of Thelma, that was what actually shocked me. The Thelma, they were very, very fast with their own. Like Thelma, in fact, do you know if I don't know if not that start again, Big Brother told Thelma, not really the start again. They didn't really tell Thelma start again much. It was just like twice that Big Brother told them to start again. The problem why Thelma's team lose was that every dice, when they roll the dice, when you play the this thing, that thing was like a Ludo game. So when you play in any box, that thing enter, whatever the anything that is written on that box, you are going to do it. So most time the box that the box that the team normally enter will be the box that will tell them actually what delay them. So when it's looking as if they're almost at the finish line, actually they will just enter one bad box that will tell them go 20 numbers backward. So that was what actually caused the one of the Thelma. Otherwise, the Thelma's game was so it would have been it was very very fast, because I was even surprised that as the Thelma's team just came in, just it wasn't like how many seconds they've already reached the finish line. If not that, Big Brother now told them to start again. And like I don't even know why Big Brother told them to start all over again. I don't know what the problem was. Like I don't know what Big Brother saw him that made him tell them to start all over again, because at a point he told them to freeze. So they rechecked the game and everything. I actually didn't know, because me that followed the game, I watched it. I really didn't see anything that would have warranted Big Brother to tell them to start all over again, because for me everything, it went well. It went well, but I don't know what they saw. So they started, it was when they now started again, because at the first time they were not meeting those go 10 times backward, go 2 times backward, go back to number this, go back to number that. It was very very sweet. It was when Big Brother told them to restart, that was when they were now going, when they now restarted their own game, that was when they were now entering into all those bad box. They will enter box that will tell them. That was actually what delayed their game. So all of them actually did well. The people's game I didn't really enjoy was that one of them, Mide. It was so disorganized, like as if they didn't listen to the instruction very well. Their game was so disorganized. And I actually understand Culture. Like Culture has rights to vent now. You know, in a game like that, I'm doing my own very very well. You that is not doing your own very very well, you are angry. Why will you be angry? Even though it's a game, like I have rights to say my dissatisfaction. You made us lose. It was Mide that made them lose, because she was so disorganized. Like I was even very very angry. So Culture, Culture lashing out at her and telling her, sabi count. It's actually right, because even with the viewer, who wouldn't have said that? You are in the same team, so he for the fact that they are in the same team, so he has every right to vent that. He has every right to ask that question. I don't know why Mide is overreacting. Who wouldn't? If na she na be Culture in that game, would she not have asked that question? Because it was very very annoying. It was very very what Mide did was very very provoking. Sure you get. So at last, after everything, even them you may see that Big Brother added a whole 2 minutes to their time. They were the one that won the game at last. Like I was so happy for them, because while they were doing, I was actually rooting for them to win. I was actually rooting for them to win. At last they won. They won with 24 points. Why the Mide group, yeah, they won with 24 points, the MEC group. Then the Mide group came second. I think 15 group. I mean 15. The Mide group was 15 points. Yeah, they came second. Why the Thelma group? I think Thelma 10. I think it was because of those bombs that Thelma was, that their dice were entering inside. This thing, that was what made them score third. Otherwise, if with the swiftness they came with the first time, they would have scored first. So I think that was what took them back. So they actually, with the whole mistake that Mide made and everything, I'm even surprised that they came second. Do you get? And even the one of the MEC, even though they played their own game very very well, everything went swiftly. I didn't actually expect them to take first too. I didn't actually expect them to win, being the fact that Big Brother had added 2 more minutes to their game, because according to him, he said other team members were helping them. So but I'm very very happy for them. It was the team I wanted to win. Like I'm very very happy for them, guys. So what do you have to say about that altercation between Mide and Culture? Like I said, a lot of people on the internet had a lot to say about them. A lot of people were giving backlashing Mide, all those things. Why will he, even though what Culture did, even though she doesn't like what Culture did, she has no right to brook shame Culture, coupled with the fact that according to her, she even said it in the house that the mother says mama puts. So if anybody should even brook shame anybody there, not Mide, that even she herself, she's also going through it. Her family is also going through life, like just the way Culture may be going through, might be going through, your family is also going through it. So what right do you have to brook shame another person when you know that you on your own, you are not also born with a silver spoon? If they tell you something like that, you won't like it now. Broke shame Culture, even called her some unprintable names. Like he called her she insulted his physique, his physical appearance. So what do you guys have to say? Who are you? Do you think Culture? Do you think Mide is at fault? Do you think Mide overreacted? Who are you blaming in all those things? And what do you have to say about the Mide game generally? For me, I think Mide she fuck up for that game. Truth be told, she fuck up. So guys, what do you have to say? Drop in the comment section. Please, if this is your first time coming across my channel, please subscribe, turn on your notification bell, like, share, and comment. And please stay put for my next video. I'm going to make video. Dede, Joanna, and Roboy, they are back into the house. after the tax yesterday, Big brought them back into the house. So I'm going to make another video on that. It was very, very epic, about Dede and her fishes, they welcomed her and everything. So please stay put, turn on your notification for my next video, because that is going to be my next video, which we drop anytime from now. Thank you for joining me. Bye.